Hey all, so I've got a lot of comments in the last little while about people being beginners or being frustrated with trying to learn some of these things. So I want to take you on a small journey. I went through a bunch of old footage and I just want to share this with you so you understand that you're not alone. We've all been there. I had started flying again in 2017 after taking a break. Here's where I was at in 2018 in the spring. I was trying to put stuff together, trying to understand how to do stuff again, and it took a while. And I practiced. I would go out and do one flight and just hover in front of myself over and over and over. And it just took practice. The more I practiced, the better I got. I started working on inverted Harriers. As I was working on inverted Harriers, I would just go out and come back. This is the out and back that I talk about when I first started doing them. It wasn't perfect. It didn't look good. I was all over the place. You can see I got sideways, I got squirrely, I come back. But over time, as I continued to do it, I got better. I refined those skills. The more I practiced, the better I got. Here's a knife edge pass. I'm a mile in the air and afraid of the plane. Rolling Harriers way up in the air and just practicing them and just doing them for as long as I could go. Then I would stop and do them again. I continued to work on knife edge passes, bringing them down, getting them straight, starting to do some knife edge circles. You can see here, by the following summer, my rolling Harriers had got a lot better. I went from just practicing the maneuver to practicing the maneuver, finishing it, and going into another maneuver from there. So a rolling Harrier to a Harrier to a hover. By that fall, I had really started to put it together. I worked on being lower, keeping things a little bit closer, a little bit tighter, and definitely more intentional. You can see my Harriers are starting to make sense. A little bit of a funnel hover, low inverted passes. Coming into Harriers and trying to do torque rolls and understanding that not always perfect, but then I just do it again. And I just continue to practice. The more I practice, the better I got. You can see my rolling Harriers have straightened out. I can turn them with intent. And then I started working on flow, trying to get things to come together and just flow and make sense. And this is after 2 years of practice. At this point, I had almost 400 flights on this plane. I spent all winter on the sim when I couldn't fly outside. Every chance I had, I took my plane out and I flew it, and I practiced with intent. I worked on maneuvers, tried to get them closer, lower, and smoother. Learning how to do this stuff is really hard and it takes time, but that's what makes accomplishing it worthwhile. Look, you can get there. Don't get frustrated with yourself. Don't get frustrated with flying. Just practice. If you want to get better, you just have to put in the work. Until next time, like, share, subscribe, and happy landings.